So one of the girls that done it, I think her name was Eva, she went unconscious.
And then in between the tasks when the bee stings, like they've shown a couple of them, a little bits of them, but they haven't shown the full turmoil that they put you through.
And the moment you go in there, because I thought in my head, maybe you go in there and like you said, like it might be a bit chill or they might break a little bit, but they are, especially like they are on you, aren't they? Like straight away, like the hoods are on.
Yeah. Like you're sat on your sofa at home with your cat on your lap. We are 50 meters in the air, going down to be drowned.
Yes. It's mental straight away, isn't it? Mental test of like, when are we going, like that waiting game of like, when are they actually going to talk to us? Hello everyone and welcome back to Live and Let Dyers. I cannot believe it. We're in the new year. I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas and Happy New Year actually to everyone. I always get a little bit nervous when I start the new year, but I was actually really excited about it. I haven't got the January blues yet. I found December quite overwhelming. The time in between Christmas and New Year felt like a month for me. I don't know if that's just because with the kids running around, it was just a lot. So yeah, getting back to January, getting back to some routine, I was really excited about it. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much because I've got someone really exciting today. I was so excited to tell you all that I did participate in SAS Who Dares Wins. We filmed it about 7 months ago now. So it was a very hard, brutal experience, but something I would do again tomorrow. But there is one person that I couldn't have done this without. She is a fellow Love Islander, but she's so much more than that. She has been my absolute rock during selection, and that's Gabby.
Hi. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks,
Gabs,
babe.
Honestly, you just got me through it so much. Like when I first see you, like when you walked, we met each other in the airport, didn't we? And when I see you, I was like, oh my God, thank God.
I know, but how crazy is it that we didn't know each other before?
No.
Because it was like straight away we just clicked.
No.
And those 2 days before we went in the Hilton, just chilling.
That was
We were like on a
lovely.
girls' holiday and then thrown in. I was actually just laughing to myself, looking at you now, thinking, this is not how I remember you.
We was literally like dishevelled, wasn't we? But that was, yeah, I can't, I'm speechless.
We literally went through it.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, but how, like, when I look back to it now, the fact that you just said it was 7 months ago, I'm like, how was it that long ago? It literally, but it does impact my everyday life now.
Yeah, absolutely. I still think about it all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time. Yeah, especially in my workouts. I'm a bit of an animal anyway, let's be honest.
You're a
but
fitness queen.
now when it comes to my sessions, I'm like, you did more than this. Do another squat right now.
Yeah, like
Ass
you
to the
haven't
grass right now.
Get down, do 20 burpees.
Okay.
When we actually did it, I mean, did you think it was going to be as hard?
No, I honestly think I thought it was going to be a TV show. So in
Yeah.
between the tasks, we'll probably be given a coffee.
Yeah.
Have a little chit chat. It was literally back to back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I can't believe how intense it was. And especially because now watching it back and there's only 45 minutes per episode, you don't get to see, first of all, you don't get to see everybody's individual journey.
No, you don't.
On episode 2 during the gun one, I was
Yeah.
like, I actually passed that one and they never showed it. I was
know.
fuming.
I know.
Yeah, they only show you when you're failing.
Yeah, they do. They don't show everything,
Yeah.
do they? Like,
And,
the
like,
things you want them to see.
Yeah, and then in between the tasks when the bee stings, like they've shown a couple of them, a little bits of them, but they haven't shown the full turmoil that they put you through.
And they only showed 3 minutes of the bee stings, because then bee stings went on for so long, didn't they?
Yeah, honestly. And I think that's what I want to stress to everyone. I keep telling everyone on my stories, I'm like, this is not the full thing. Like, Jess didn't pull her band off because she just couldn't do it. It was because that was probably the 4th round of burpees.
Yeah, that was. It was constant.
I can burpee all day long, so that's where I thrived. But I understand when people aren't used to doing that shit, it's hard to do.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, because even some of my friends said to me, they was like, do you sleep there? I was like, yes. We don't leave. There's not a local travel lodge that we go off to and like have a bit of dinner.
Yeah.
Like it was just and the moment you go in there, because I thought in my head, maybe you go in there and like you said, like it might be a bit chill or they might break a little bit, but they are, especially like they are on you, aren't they? Like straight away, like the hoods are on.
And
you
that's it.
just fear. Why do we have so much fear?
But I think it's also because this is another thing. You think, oh, it's a TV show, it can't be that scary. The actual production, when I'm watching it, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They smash it from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
But then also for us, it was so immersive. The way they banged down that door on the bus when we first started, straight away I was like, oh, there's my adrenaline gland. And it was there the whole time. I'm surprised it still works.
That was the adrenaline one. And like when they even put the hoods on us, like how long we had them hoods on for, what was it, an hour, would you say? Like we obviously didn't know the concept.
And climbing up the hill, holding on to each other. I remember you holding on to me, you kept letting go. And I was like, Dan, hold on. Because you let go, like, no, why are you letting go? I was like, shit.
Hold on, and you couldn't see anything. Like in them hoods, you thought you cannot see anything.
Hell.
Like, and we was in cars before we'd even gone up that hill for ages, and you have it's mental straight away, isn't it? Mental test of like, when are we going, like that waiting game of like, when are they actually going to talk to us? But I have got a clip, Gabs. You'll like this one. I want to kick off by hearing how the instructors described us in episode 1. So basically, you get assigned a number. We actually want to get these tattooed, don't we?
Yeah.
So I was number 4 and Gabby, you were 5. So let's hear what the instructors' first impressions of us were.
Probably number 4, because she's just like,
She's a little bit sort of underconfident. She's not physically imposing. Like, 5's the same size, but 5's actually fit. Whereas 4's a little bit fragile.
I trained so hard. Them place classes ain't doing nothing at the David Lloyd, I'm telling you. Because you are so fit, Gab.
Thanks.
You
it's my
are.
job though.
I know you've obviously got Shape Up, haven't you?
Yeah.
I actually need to start doing that, because if I can shape up a little bit like that, like I see you all the time on my Instagram, and I'm like, oh, because I feel like it was really hard to break you. Like I was broken as soon as I got there, and I felt like you was just like smashing it.
I think, you know what? I have to pride myself on my fitness because it is my job.
Yeah.
And, going on to this, it was a testimony to my brand.
Yeah.
I'm like, Shape Up With Gabby. See me being dead strong, and then, you can get fit with me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there was no option for me to not fulfill that role.
Yeah.
So that's why when it came to the beast things, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is me. I can, and that's what I've seen on the episode so far. Everyone messages me going, oh, you got the burpees done before anyone? And I was like, yeah, but I had to. And also, I'm a lot closer to the floor than all these big men. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can do probably about 4 burpees before they've even done one, because I'm half their size.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is though, Dan, is that you still pulled your weight though massively.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, as I said, like, it's my job to be fit and whatever, but you still was doing exactly the same as me.
Yeah, just a little bit slower.
But you are so, like, I think the differences between me and you, and I think it's nice to watch, is that you are a dainty, like, little fairy, and I'm like a bulldozer.
Bulldozer, what?
We are very different, but it's quite nice to have that dynamic.
Yeah, you don't want everyone to be the same in there, do you?
And like, even though, okay, I might have pulled you through in certain tasks and be like, you can do it. Yeah. Get the hell up. Do not pull your band off. I will kill you. But also, in the flip side, there's moments where I needed your delicacy to kind of, calm me down, because I'm so chaotic and so, wanting to be mentally and physically strong all the time. So there's moments where I didn't have that, and you really did help me.
Oh, I'm glad, because I think we needed that, didn't we? Because like, you'd have low moments and I'd pick you up. We'd sort of take it in turns, didn't we? Like,
it was such a good matching.
Yes.
And that's what I mean.
So glad.
From the get go, I felt like I had a little bit of a. I know you said I was your rock, but I needed you in there as well. Imagine if we didn't have each other.
I don't know how I would have done it.
Left day one.
Day one. It was just because you're so vulnerable straight away, aren't you? Like you said, before we went in there, we're laying around, we're ordering. You kept feeding the cats in the hotel, actually, because
I love
the cats.
animals.
So yeah, bless her, they were really underweight, and I thought she's so sweet. What a kind person, giving the cats all of her steak. So you was like, we just instantly bonded. So I think when you're in there, and then all of a sudden you're just like, your emotion, like we're all shitting in front of each other, like instantly. And I don't know how many times I asked Jack for his Imodium because remember I kept getting bad stomach, like the worst stomach. And
You barely ate anything though.
no, but you kept eating them boiled eggs in the morning. Maybe I should have ate them boiled eggs.
Listen,
couldn't
I
eat
just knew that if I wanted to perform my best, I needed to get the protein in.
Yeah, you was good. You used to eat. What was that breakfast in the morning? What was
Slop. You know what, actually, chia seeds are quite nice when I make them at home, but that was like frog spawn.
I could not. Like in the morning, I was having. I've not even eaten it since marmalade.
Just eating baguettes, plain white baguettes, not even any butter. I was like, is that not really dry? And you're like, yeah, but I have no choice.
With marmalade on the side, I had a marmalade dip with a mouldy baguette, and you're sitting there. This is what I mean. You had your two boiled eggs. You had your slop of porridge, and the porridge was like a cake, weren't it? Like you'd have to slice the porridge,
so minging,
slop it on. And you was like, Dan, you've got to eat it. I went, I cannot eat that. I was like, I physically
I'd
cannot.
be great in prison, wouldn't I?
Yeah,
I'd be probably the fittest I'd ever be.
There was only one day you was gagging. You was gagging on it. You was going, ugh. I was like, I don't want to put myself through that. Like coffee, the food was awful.
Yeah, it was so bad. I never want to see a goat again in my life.
Oh my God, was it goat?
It could have been anything.
We don't know. We used to get like
could have been those cats that I was feeding, probably.
Remember when they tested us with the chocolates though? Do you remember they left that basket of chocolates?
I forgot.
Yeah, and we was all thinking, can we have a Kit Kat? And then we was like so scared because we knew if we would have ate that chocolate, then we would have. And then we was all like going, should we tell them there's chocolates in or should we not? We was all like getting so.
What was the actual outcome of that? I can't remember.
We didn't touch them. We didn't touch the chocolates, and we didn't even mention the chocolates. Remember that? Because also going back, did you know Mac weed himself? Because I had no idea he done that.
I did not know.
I didn't know.
And when I watched it on the episode, I thought it was Ben.
Yes, so did I.
Yeah, but it was Mac. Bless him.
Oh no,
I loved him.
I loved him. He was quite quiet,
yeah,
wasn't he, Mac? But then when actually you had a conversation with him, he was.
Yeah, I feel
really
like I actually
sweet.
got quite close to him in the end, like because I spent a lot of time in the cars with him on the way to places.
Yes.
And he's kind of just a bit of a quiet but strong character.
Yeah, like he doesn't you don't
need
always
to say
need the
anything.
loudest in the room, don't you? Like he sort of kept him. We used to go, what is he thinking? Like how was he feeling? Like can he just
probably
sleep
just
any
thinking,
time that we
shut
up? We were all so loud and just a combination of personalities. The first challenge, the water challenge, going under the water. Wow.
I'm so glad that is the first thing that people see, so they'll forget it.
You say, no, but I'm sorry, you held your breath, babe. I didn't even hold it. Jarrod looked at me and he was like a DS next to him when he watched it. He went, pathetic. I went, what? He went, you didn't even, as soon as you went under the water, no one else grabbed it. I just went, oh.
Yeah.
You held your breath.
You know what? Mine was honestly, and this is why I was so fuming when I came out, because I wasn't scared of the height or anything like that. It was more, I just didn't take a big enough breath.
Yeah.
And because my mates are going to me now, I can hold my breath for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you're sat on your sofa at home with your cat on your lap. We are 50 meters in the air, going down to be drowned.
Yes.
And obviously you've got there's so many factors contributing to you being able to hold your breath. Your heart rate's going, so you need more oxygen anyway for your body to survive.
Yeah.
And all these things that you've got to think about. I was just more fuming because Mac literally says, I need to pass this, I'm a swimmer. And he was with me. And then we didn't pass it. I actually messaged him after watching that and I was like, I just want to apologise again for making you fail that task. And he's like, don't worry about it, obviously. But that was a really, literally, no pun intended, thrown us in the deep end.
Yeah, no, it was. Because you're strapped in as well, is it? Like you said, if you said to me now, go underwater and hold your breath, we'll hold your breath. But I think it was the element of how slow it goes down and then the water hits you and it's freezing.
Yeah.
And then you go...
Yeah, it's freezing. And also you've got to think about, okay, so, because it's not just holding your breath. They don't show all of this, because my friend also said, did they tell you more instructions before you go down there? I'm like, yeah, they do, but you're also got so many different thoughts going on in your head you don't know. But it's basically you have to wait there until someone squeezes your arm. Then you have to squeeze the other person's arm. Then you have to undo your belt, but you can't move until that person's out. And then there's like so many things that I have to think about whilst also holding your breath.
Oh no. I just think, how do you like... I was trying to practice it the other day. Should I have held my nose? Should I have closed my eyes? You know, because I think you open up, but I couldn't see anything. It was blurry and I went, it's getting me out. Get me out of this water immediately. And I was like so annoyed. Like, you
Yeah.
know, when you look back at a challenge and you're like, but they did throw us in.
That was the worst one for me, I think.
Yeah, same. We didn't like anything water really, did we? 'Cause
No.
I think water is the unknown.
And also, you're not just on a beach in the Maldives.
Yeah.
You've got your boots on, your clothes on. I mean, not in that
Yes.
one, but every time we was in the water, you're weighed down anyway. And I'm not the
Yeah.
strongest swimmer. Listen, I've got bleached hair. Every time I'd be in the water when I was younger, I would never get my head underneath it just in case it went green.
I'm always on a lie
I'm not the
low.
best swimmer.
I don't want to go in the water.
Sod that. I'm not a swimmer. I'm a beach girl. Dip my feet in, sit back down.
Yeah, but it has made me think.
Maybe we need to start swimming lessons.
Yeah, no, I think I should have done more swimming before I went in there, because a few people did message me and they was like, "Oh, Dan," I went, "I know, like I can't even sit there and try and like back myself because I was the only
we were
one
pathetic.
that pulled the thing," and I was like, "Let's breathe."
No, you weren't. I did it as well.
No, you held your. I can't. Dad did. I thought she's gone. She went. I think you did at least 20 seconds.
I can't unsee. There's a first bit though before I get the thing. I go.
And then they just swim and they just come and get you. Like, that's the thing. You know there's divers in there. You know that, like... But then, however, I did see
So
on my
embarrassing.
TikTok earlier, the Americans done it before us, didn't they? So one of the girls that done it, I think her name was Eva, she went unconscious.
See.
She went unconscious. She, like, did it and then swam out. But then I think she got herself into such a shock, she then passes out in the water. And they
Oh
all
my
have to
God.
dive in and get her and rescue her
I'm
out.
so glad that we didn't know that before.
No, same.
I'd be like,
It come up the other, like,
see ya.
literally, why did that just, it come up on my TikTok and I was watching it and then I watched the whole video again and I was like, we're lucky, touch wood, that no one got knocked unconscious. Milling. What did you think of the milling? You did well at the milling.
Yeah, the milling, it was, once again, I think you literally have no option but to do it.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
all of it, and nobody wants to hit anybody else or do. And I really felt for Jack in that moment as well,
same
because
here.
you don't get to choose who you go up against, and you have to do what the DS says. It's either do it
I'll take your
or
armband
quit.
off. Yeah,
That's literally it.
yeah.
And you know, at this point, it was day one. They literally put two of the hardest tasks on day one. But I'm also kind of glad that milling was before you got to know anybody else.
Yeah.
Because imagine if they put me and you against you on day 4.
Yeah, it would have been
I would have just
horrible.
been like, I just can't do it. How am I meant to
No.
punch you in the face? Because it's literally face or
Yeah.
nothing. You know?
I think it was good that they did Australians versus Brits as well a little bit, because
Yeah.
they wanted to try and...
Yeah.
Because Jessica did say to me afterwards, she was like, I went really easy on you. I went, easy? I went out a bloody nose from
Yeah,
it.
she popped your nose.
Yeah, it was bleeding, wasn't it,
Yeah.
for like ages?
Made you look hard though.
Yeah, I did.
Better be in a fight.
Oh, well, Got to go fighting now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Natasha, she got, like, she was in a bad way. But she was a bit poorly, wasn't she, when she'd already got in there? She was feeling a bit funny, wasn't she?
I just felt so bad
Oh,
because
no. But you didn't even go that hard, I don't think.
and she did give it. Obviously, the way they show it as well, it wasn't like it was just me on her. She
Yeah.
did give it back.
Yeah, she did.
You know, it wasn't just a. I feel like it was a fair fight. In the end, I just obviously took the win. But it's just not nice, and I'm glad that me and her did 2 rounds, but they only showed 1.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah. But I just felt so bad. Obviously, the aftermath of her, she was not well, was she?
She
like,
was
throwing
so
up and stuff.
yeah, she was being sick, and she was funny though, weren't she, about it? Because when she said like she needed to go to the toilet, she went, I don't know what's gonna come out though. Like she really did fight for it. I think.
Yeah,
Like,
she
was
did.
such a sweetheart. But yeah, I think the milling. I did speak to Jack as well, because I knew that was something he was so worried about, because obviously the fight with him and Emily. But like you said, they have to do it, and I think with the slow-mo and all that, it always just looks so much
It makes
worse,
it look so much
doesn't
worse.
it? Yeah.
Also, Ben and Mac.
Yes,
Mac broke his nose.
he did.
Yeah.
And Cole's knee popped out.
Yeah.
They showed that though, didn't
Yeah.
they, Cole? But his knee was a bit, I don't know how it is now, but his knee was a little bit dodgy throughout it. He kept strapping it up, and your knee was.
Yeah, for the rest of it after that, he was, imagine doing that on day 1.
And the sand. Do you remember? It was all like the sand and everyone. It was just that. I didn't really like the milling. But now I feel like if you would have just had a bit of fun with it, but they're screaming at you, go fight,
I
punch.
had a bit of fun with it.
Had a bit of fun, just a little bit of like
You're doing
tapping.
boxer
Yeah, like
size.
boxer
Da,
size.
da, da.
Yeah, and they're like me and Jessica. And she was like, and then she told me afterwards that her like dad's in like boxing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was good at that.
She was really good.
But you know what? Once again, you're not giving yourself enough credit because you also gave it back. But I think it's just with you, you're so like an empath, and you're such a nice person that you just don't want to hit anyone. Whereas I've done like stuff like that before. I've never fought, but I've done like
was that
my
challenge. Was that when you did?
And I've done the challenge before.
Challenge, yeah.
So I have done bits like that before. So it wasn't my first rodeo like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never had to have a fight, like, or do anything quite like that. But it was just, it was so daunting. I think the first day was a real eye opener.
But we still had everyone at the end of the day.
Yeah, day 2 is when Jessica and Natalie left.
Was it? Yeah.
But we need to speak about Ryan. I want to play a little clip of Ryan.
Fill up your fucking water bottles first. Use your cups to drink in here so you've always got a full fucking bottle.
He runs a
I
place.
feel like
Charlie.
he's another DS, don't
Runs
you?
a place.
What's your name again?
My name is fucking pissed off because now I've got 2 fucking wet things of clothes because people haven't fucking filled up their water bottle when all day I've been saying to do it. So yeah, I'm pissed.
Right. Oh my God, that was, bless him. Do you know what? I spoke to him afterwards, actually, when we did our Zooms for all the media stuff, and I think his intentions, I get his intentions, but I do think he just played it wrong in a sense.
It was
Do you know
just
what I
the
mean?
delivery of everything.
Yeah.
And I think also because he was the first appointed, what do you call it?
Yeah, what was the due? Yeah, we all got appointed, didn't we? Every day, someone was in charge of like the camp, in a sense, wasn't they? Of like,
It's going to piss me off.
it's going to annoy me.
So he was the first appointed to be in charge of us.
Yeah.
So I get it. Obviously, it's a role to fill up to.
Yeah.
And no, it's a role to live up to. And, you know, he wanted to, like all of us, prove to the DS that we were worthy of being there.
Yeah.
But I think it was just the delivery and just kind of reading the room, because everybody had enough respect for each other to listen to each other anyway without you effing and blinding at people.
Yeah.
And also because it was so daunting and so overwhelming with them shouting at you, we didn't need somebody else in that environment to then be being like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's just why, I mean, you hear me. What's your name again? Because I wanted him to say Ryan, so I was going to go, all right, DS Ryan.
My name's fucking pissed off. That really tickles me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and you know, he was such a nice guy, and I actually felt bad because I didn't really know at that point, but at that first time, admittedly, he was doing me head in.
Yeah, he was.
Just like, shut up, shouting at me.
Yeah.
But as the time went on, I was like, you're actually such a nice guy. I think you just got it wrong.
Yeah, and I think obviously, like when he was had his like interrogation afterwards, and like he was having a chat with the DSs, you could sort of see why, you know, he says he obviously has his ADHD and things like that. I think sometimes, like you said, it's just the delivery, isn't it?
Because he was right.
He was right.
He was
right.
right.
We should have had our... Well, but the thing is with the water bottles, in our defences, they had to be overflowing, didn't they, Gab? Like, it wasn't full.
Yeah.
You had to open up the lid and the water had to pop out for it to be full.
And also, in our defence, when you'd walk with them, so you'd have them on your belt and they'd be full up to the brim, and then you'd get out to that parade court and they'd be like, it's not full. I'm like, it's a millimetre. It's a millimetre.
It was a millimetre.
And it'd come out from the minute I walked there to there, don't care, over your head.
They didn't give a shit. They
No.
just was like, and we just used, and people were like, some of my friends said to me, was it nice though? Was it like really hot there? I was like, no, darling, having frozen cold water poured over my head, you'd just go like that.
Yeah.
They knew though, like it was always going to be, especially, what did we start with? 14 of us, didn't we?
Yeah.
Out of 14, it didn't matter if one of us had a little
it was
bit
always
of
going
it.
to be
But yeah,
someone.
I really did feel for Ryan.
Yeah, and also like, he was always right, and you know what? We took on board what he said afterwards.
did, we made
always
sure.
have your water bottle full, and then just drink out of your cup. So then
Yeah.
at least like everything's good to go when you go. So he was right. It's just about, he could have said that like we've just said it now.
And
rather
the
than,
Bergens went up, they rattled. Remember, they were rattling and we all got punished for that. I don't know if that's going to be shown or not, but
always with the tissue,
Yeah, but
with
we
the
had to-
toilet paper.
we used to have to get our dinner plates. You was really good at it, actually. With the sock, we used to wrap our forks and
Be
knives
like, can you do mine?
in some clean socks, because if they rattled, oh my God, do you remember Foxy used to get our bags and shake them.
Yeah, so it didn't rattle when you were in
And
the
you
camp.
just stand there like, please don't rattle, please don't rattle. Even now, I still think of like something rattling. I'm like, oh my God, Foxy wouldn't like that, because it was
And
just.
he used to just pick it up and go like that, like a maraca, and it would just
Yeah.
go. And I'm like, I shook it, but obviously we're not strong enough to go.
Yeah, we used to have to
So you're like,
shake-
oh, it's great, it doesn't make any noise, and then he just picks it up and goes. And you're like,
We used to it's actually crazy, ain't it? Like our Bergens, the sand, how much the sand we had to fill up in the bags. They didn't show that actually, did they? Like, because I remember when we first picked up the Bergens, which are backpacks, but don't call them a backpack, it's a Bergen.
It's not a bag.
It's not a backpack.
Or a backpack. It's a
Bergen.
Bergen.
And they made us fill up the bags with sand. And it was like, oh my God.
But you know what? I think that this is where it all comes down to the discipline
Yeah.
of it all. The water bottles, the fact that everyone's bag had to be the same.
Yeah.
And, you know, because people say to me, were you lifting the same as the men?
Yeah.
I'm like, we all had the same.
Yeah.
We all did the same.
Yeah.
But it's because in the Special Forces, if you or I decided that we wanted to do it, you are the same as everybody else.
Yeah.
When you're out on a mission, if a man is injured and it's just you around,
Yeah.
you can't be like, oh, I'm a girl, I'm not going to pick him up and help him.
Yeah.
You just do it.
You get on with it,
So
yeah.
that's why it's so uniformed and so much discipline, because everybody has to be the same. Like, big, small, fat, thin, whoever,
Yeah.
you are, you know, the same.
They treat you all as like one, don't they? It's like so equal, isn't it? Like, and that, I think it is good that they do that, to be fair. Like, they're like, get up and do it. And then I used to feel good after challenge, but like, well, to be fair, they're fine. They're a bit bigger than us. They're taller than us, but we're still doing it. I liked that. We still
the
did
amount of
it.
times that we got in the car afterwards and everyone was dishevelled and I'm crazy. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe we just said that. And everyone's like, are you all right? Like, I'm just buzzing that we just did what they did.
You used to feel amazing. Like, after if you pass a challenge, because I think that's one thing. On episode 2, what was it that we did? The shooting experience. That's the one you passed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when we had to go round.
And they didn't show it. Fuming.
They didn't show that, did they? They showed mostly the fouls, to be fair, on that one.
Yeah, there was only 4 that passed. So
Yes.
it was me and I can't remember who I was with. So it was me and my partner
Yeah.
and another duo.
Yeah, because you
Um,
passed that one, the shooting experience. Again, I think I shot Natalie to death. But it was really smoky. I just, as you went round, they're like, what are you going to do? And I just went, boom, 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 boom.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was that one. But that was quite fun, that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that
I
one.
enjoyed that one, even though, again, I failed that one. Oh, my God. I just failed. And then when I'd pass, they'd be like, fuck me, we're just as shocked as you are, Dan. What else did we do on Ep 2?
We
What
did
was the challenges?
the tunnels.
The tunnels.
See, I kind of enjoyed that one.
I didn't mind the tunnels. The only thing I didn't like is when we got stuck. You know, because I didn't know we was meant to get stuck.
Yeah, but I think we didn't mind it because we're
Little.
and
Toby would not get in the tunnels, would he? Because we didn't really know any of this.
no,
He wouldn't get in them.
because the thing is that when you do it in groups, right? So the groups go off first and you can hear all the banging, but you don't know what they're doing ahead of you. And we were group
Yes.
D, I think, or group C or something.
Yeah.
But you don't know that you're about to go into tunnels. But because we were small, we could get through them all.
Yeah.
And then you've got the big guys like Mac and Toby, and that is intimidating. It's claustrophobic as hell.
Because even us, like going through the tunnels, you had to dig a bit. Like you had to sort of
dusty.
It's so dusty, and like there'd be a moment where you're digging and grinding, obviously all the sand down. So for them,
Isn't it so mad that we did this? I
and
just can't believe it.
what about our throat afterwards? The throat, everyone was coughing and splattering for
I
ages.
had dust in every crevice of my body.
Oh my
for
God.
At least 2 weeks after.
My hair was. Remember our hair?
My hair was
Get
orange.
these extensions out of my head now.
I know, but you know what? I'm actually glad that I had that haircut and not this
Yeah.
haircut, because I would have looked like a fella the whole time.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have done. The only giveaway would have been my big fake lips and big fake tits.
Oh my God, it was so the dust. Jack, bless Jack, he was great. Like when he could not. I mean, it was hard for
was
him.
hard.
He suffers. He doesn't like any like sort of claustrophobic tight spaces anyway, and they were tight.
Yeah.
We dragged him through that task. Bless him. Like
Yeah.
he did like a little meme the other day of how he
It
felt.
was so funny.
I laughed for ages because it is, isn't it? Like how you feeling? He was like, I'm Lara Croft, and then we're dragging him through. That was me, him, and Axel. But the tunnels, I didn't mind the tunnels. It was just when we got stuck, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know we was meant to.
Yeah, because I was at the front of that bit when I got
Same, yeah.
stuck. Yeah. And they're like, so what are you going to do then? Like, turn around. So then you have to go backwards
Yeah.
out of it. But you know what? The tunnels, once again, episode 2 for me, were like that. There were 2 things that I actually quite enjoyed doing.
Yeah, I didn't mind episode 2.
We didn't talk about Christmas or New Year.
We didn't speak about any Christmas or New Year, did we?
You're so excited to talk about it.
So, Gabs, how was your Christmas and New Year?
It was actually nice. We went away. We was in Dubai for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back and had a chaotic New Year. Because the thing is, as you said, like between Christmas and New Year, you don't know what day it is or anything. So I was out on a Monday night at 7 p.m. with my mate, drinking wine, loving my life. And yeah, just had a bit of a chilled Christmas, I'd say, a little bit with my mum and brother in Dubai. Have friends over there, but I tried to take it easy.
Yeah.
And then came back and was just feral.
Is it nice being away at Christmas? Because I would love to go away one year.
Yeah, like Christmas is always a bit miserable for us because my
you,
dad's not here and we lost him around that time years ago, but it's always there.
Yeah.
I think the beauty is though is that when you have kids like you, I know that it was chaotic, but at least like you're distracted and you've got, it's fun and there's magic, you know?
Yeah, you lose the magic, I think, as you get older in a sense, don't you? Yeah.
I didn't have a Christmas dinner. I was in the bath at 8 p.m. with a Wingstop.
Oh, I love a Wingstop.
Glorious.
Oh my God, I love
do
a
it again.
Wingstop. That, since I've had a Wingstop, it is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Literally, how good. And I think that's my new tradition now. Just sod it. Just go for a roast every other Sunday of the year and I'll just have a Wingstop on Christmas Day.
Because there's so much stress, isn't it, on Christmas Day? Like, everything's got to be perfect and it's just a roast dinner.
Yeah.
And it is. I think Christmas is hard. I know someone earlier on this year, she lost her dad and she went to Dubai for Christmas and she was like, it just takes that.
Yeah.
Because being in the country and it's all a little bit overwhelming in Dubai, it's like, dreamland.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just a different atmosphere. You know, we were with loads of friends. We was out at a brunch. So it was just way more fun, and it made that my mum had a nice time as well. And she actually said to me, which was really nice. She didn't say it to me. She took somebody else told me that my mum said it's the first Christmas in years since she can remember that she hasn't been sad.
Oh God. And
I was like, okay, well, we'll just do this every year then, as long as you'll find some joy in it, you know?
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Is that the first time you've done Dubai then at Christmas?
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been we was at home last year, the year before we was in Amsterdam, but it was still cold. I think basically for us, the solution is go somewhere hot.
Go Dubai, have cocktails, have a Wingstop. I think that's actually better than being in London cooking a roast dinner and fighting over Yorkshire puddings, to be fair. Your New Year
I was going to say, what did you do for New Year?
No, I was literally in bed by 10:30. I didn't even make it to the fireworks, but then the fireworks woke the kids up and they was petrified. And I was like, I've gone in and I'm like, no, it's okay. How do you explain fireworks to like 2-year-olds?
It's so bad. I actually used to love fireworks, but they're actually so bad for like kids and dogs.
Yeah, they really didn't like it, and they didn't really understand because obviously you don't really fireworks. I never have firework night, and to be fair, we went to a firework display at firework night, and there was like more silent fireworks. They were actually really good, and the kids loved them. But it was just New Year's Eve. Oh, I don't do anything, Gabs.
Oh, I just went out and. I was like a 24-year-old in a club.
In
a club. I'm in my 20s era. I'm not. Good. I'm like mid-30s, but you know.
Yeah, but live your life.
Living my life. But I was actually, I haven't been out for the last 3 New Years. Yeah. I've either been inside. I was also in bed at 10 p.m. last year.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I was like, sod it. I didn't have my dog because he was with my mum.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not sitting here on my own. How miserable is that? So someone said, do you want to come out? And I was like, yeah, go on then. Got my glad rags on. And went to a club. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it was just fun. And then I've gone into the new year. I'm actually really excited for this year.
I
feel like we're going to start strong.
Yeah, you feeling good?
Yeah, good. Just last year was really good. Obviously, I feel like I did loads last year.
Yeah, you
work-wise.
You were busy. You were booked and busy last year. Always away as well. I love it.
Yeah.
All like retreats away. Was you in Thailand doing something? I said.
Yeah.
That was it.
I love Thailand. I'd love to move there. Maybe that's on the agenda for next Christmas.
Okay.
Because I just love it there.
Yeah, the people are amazing.
But yeah, I think this year's going to be good for both of us.
We're ready.
Yeah. Got this.
Right, thank you so much, Gabby, for joining me. I've actually really enjoyed this episode. You've been my first guest, which is the best.
Woohoo!
Woo! So if you are interested in getting into Shape with Gabby, you can find out all about her Shape Up programme at shapeupwithgabby.co.uk. And if you want to follow our journey, you can watch Gabby and I on SAS Who Dares Wins each week on Channel 4, Sundays and Mondays at 9 p.m, or you can catch up on channel4.com. But until next time, remember, whether you're doing SAS selection or just trying to get through January, whoever you are and whatever you're going through, you're loved.